doing good. I pray that if your day is going bad, that before the day ends, that God is going to turn things around for you. But yes, I just come to encourage somebody like in my previous video that I did, just talking about 2001, like going through my Job experience. So today is kind of like a continuation of that. But I come to speak to somebody today who the enemy is just lying to you and just telling you all kinds of stuff. He's just bombarding you with lies and lies and lies and lies. In my situation was like after 2001, because in 2001 I lost both of my parents. But after my mom passed, like the enemy like tormented me for so long. He tormented me for so long with that situation that I was not going to live longer. That I wasn't even going to live longer than the ages of my parents. And the enemy is just, Satan is so evil because he will use a situation that happened to kind of like just mess with you. Like he will always have it like look at that. Yes, it's right there. It's right there. It's right there. Then this happened, then that happened. Like why are you even going hard for God? Like why do you even want? Because he tried to do everything to make me not to trust God. He tried to do everything to make me not want to live for God. And he will constantly remind me of those things. Well, didn't you pray for this? Didn't you pray for that? Didn't you? Because in 2001, like God took everything away. Everything. People, places, things, money, everything. I was zero. Zero, zero, zero. He had me at zero and we have to start all over. So I come to let somebody know that you got to know God for yourself, though. We have to know God for ourselves because the enemy is so wicked. He is so wicked, and if you don't know God for yourself, if you don't know God, oh yeah, he would. I mean, he would just have a party with you. So, like I said, that I want to encourage somebody today because regardless, maybe you lost, maybe you are like me now, lost both of your parents or a parent or maybe a guardian or just anything, and like the enemy is just like he's tormenting you with that same situation that you are not going to live long, you're going to die, you're going to this and that and stuff like that, and it's weighing so heavy on you. But I just come to let you know that you just got to keep trusting God, you got to keep praying to God, you got to keep believing God, go before God, like just pour your heart, pour yourself before God. So, and it just like I said, like he kept telling me, that I wasn't going to live, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Some days, like it really scared me. You know what I'm saying? Because that's my reality, and that's what the enemy was using. So, but then it just all happened that in 2019. In 2019, I had a situation like, my husband and I had got you eating. It was in October 2019. We got you eating and stuff like that. And my stomach just started hurting. But I was maybe like an hour, after like an hour or two, my stomach just started hurting. But God is so good because I thank God that day, even when that situation happened, that my husband never had no kind of reaction. Because if he had just maybe had like a headache or anything, I was going to stay home and probably die. But it just happened that he didn't have no reaction. So we couldn't even say, oh, we're not going to go to the hospital because, because he's most sensitive when it comes to, like if he eats something that wasn't too, like he's very sensitive. So nothing happened to him. So like about 2-3 hours, because I'm watching, like, what? But then I was like, nah, my stomach is hurting so bad. Like, what's going on? Usually, if something happened with the food, Eddie would be the one that gets sick. And he's not, I am. So anyway, I told him, I said, baby, let's go. We got to the emergency room, explained to them. So they kind of like treated me for food poisoning. They gave me the medication. I was supposed to stop the pain. But like I said, like around 2-3 in the morning, oh my goodness, like the pain. I mean, the pain was bad when we got home, but by that time it was like super, super bad. So the nurses, everybody came running, coming. They called the doctor back. He came and he like, I don't know what's going on because the medication that we gave you, you're not supposed to be having no pains right now. He said, but anyway, I'm just going to send you to, for them to see what's really is going on in the stomach. So they have to send you to do an MRI or a CAT scan or whatever. We got there. By the time we got to that place, but by then, like the medicine, like because when he came back, even talking, they had to pump me to give me more medicine because like I think I like 2 or 3 nurses came and they gave me more medicine before they even called him. So by this time, like the man, I was just kind of like feeling like I was out of it, like I was drunk or something now. So but I remember them taking me to get the CAT scan or whatever. But once we got there, it's like everything just went left different. Like I could just like you can hear people from far off talking. Everything was just kind of like just whatever in slow motion and stuff like that. But then the next thing, look, the next morning, bam, I've had surgery. And then when the surgeon came in that morning, to kind of like talk to me and explain, everything that happened and stuff like that. Pretty much like my intestine was kind of, because I had surgery before, and like the scar tissues and stuff had wrapped up all around my intestine, so my food really wasn't digesting properly. So even though I used to have little symptoms here and there, but like, okay, maybe you stress and this and that, my doctor at the time really never, checked in all the different areas to really find out what the situation was. So he said that's what happened, and I was gonna have, it's called septic, like where when it explode you have septic, and that most of people die. In 1 or 2 situations they can kind of like clean up the blood and all that different stuff because you got a whole bunch of junk that have happened. So because I have so much fluids in my bowels, so and he was just like it was just something that was just on him that he didn't want me to die. Like he had to do everything to save my life. Like I just couldn't die on his watch. And when he was talking, I'm just like, oh my God, like God just began to like just speak to me and give me so much revelation on that, because the enemy had just been like telling me like all these years that I would die, that I would not live, I won't live long. So after that situation, God, used a minister to kind of like prophesy to me and telling me like, that particular situation. And I was just like, wow, God, that particular situation, like the enemy wanted to take my life prematurely. He wanted to take me prematurely, but I will not die prematurely. And he kind of like, God used him to even minister to me even more. So, and oh my God, help me Jesus. And today is the anniversary when my mom passed away. You guys, pray for me. It's yes, pray for me. And that's why like I'm sharing this testimony, like on this day. And yeah, I am today, and I know that I'm not going to die prematurely, and I thank God for I just want to just give God all the glory and all the honor for my life. I thank him that for standing by me. I thank him for being there. I thank him that I did not believe the lies of the enemy to live out of God's purpose for my life, because like I said, like the enemy did not want me to live for God. He did not want me to live for God because he know that my destiny, he know that the calling that God has on my life is great. It's great that God going to use me to do great things. So like he has strived for so many years, to kind of like do stuff. But I thank God for delivering me from all that stuff. I thank God for like just just delivering me from all the junk of the enemy to where I am right now. So to anybody out there who that the enemy is just messing with you, he's bombarding you and stuff like that, don't give up. Don't stop going hard for God. Go hard for God. Go hard for God in your praise. Go hard for God in your worship. Go hard for God in your testimony. Go hard for God. Go hard for God. That's what I want to say to somebody right now. Go hard for God. Go hard for God. It doesn't matter what people say. It doesn't matter what people think about you. Go hard for God, because nobody know your testimony. Nobody know your story. Nobody don't even know the test that you're going through right now. So don't let the enemy stop you. Don't let the enemy use nobody's situation or nothing. And keep on going hard. Go hard for God. That's it. Go hard for God. Alrighty, guys. Hey, like I said, pray for me today. Pray for me. Pray for me. If you love me, pray for me.